The 96-year-old Queen has been warned the decision to never publish the inquiry she paid for could reignite hostilities with the rebellious Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Before the Duke and Duchess of Sussex made the sensational decision to quit the firm and move to California, Meghan was accused of bullying staff at the palace. The claims, which Meghan denies, prompted the Queen to launch an investigation which led to the palace improving the policies and procedures in its HR department, according to royal sources. But Australian royal expert Daniela Alser said the Queen's decision to keep Chtone was in fact a more loaded and potentially explosive move. She said, "Outwardly this looks like the mature play on the part of the Queen here. Why stoke the flames and drag this particular business back into the spotlight? Better to tidy it away to preserve what is left of the frayed ties between London and Montecito." But whether intentionally or not, in keeping Chtone about whatever conclusions the lawyers have come to, Her Majesty has in fact done her granddaughter-in-law a disservice and damned Meghan. But what might at first look like Team Windsor sensibly tamping down a spark which could reignite hostilities with the rebellious duo is in fact a more loaded and potentially explosive move. The inquiry was carried out by an independent law firm, paid for by the Queen. The Sunday Times reports that the investigation is now being kept secret to protect those who took part and also to avoid further clashes between the Sussexes and the palace. But Ms. Elser said the decision had in fact meant Meghan would be permanently barred from the chance to exonerate herself. She said burying the investigation details would add to the miasma of rumor and speculation swirling. She added, "What is clear is that the palace's decision this week means they have permanently barred Meghan from the chance to exonerate herself. In burying the report and then the world finding out about this secretive move, the palace has only added to the miasma of rumor and speculation swirling here. All of this only made more so given that this cloak of secrecy is, in part, reportedly driven by a desire to not inflame the Sussexes. Just what might it say that would supposedly rile them up so? Has this all simply been bungled by royal aides, or has someone inside the firm been catching up on their Machiavelli reading list?" Besides, royal biographer Angela Levin said that making the report public could have stopped people from waiting for it to leak. A popular royal commentator Noah's according to Taze, offered an interesting view. She said, "Bullying report has been buried by the palace. But, by not releasing the report, but stating they are burying it, implies that there is indeed something to bury. Perhaps saving it for a rainy day? She should sue." In the other hand, Spectator author Sam Leith called on Meghan, who he described as a fearless truth-teller, to make a public statement calling for its release. He argued the palace's decision would potentially add to a smear campaign against Meghan because her reputation would be at the mercy of speculation and innuendo. He wrote, "This is the worst of all possible worlds for the Duchess of Sussex. The public knows that an investigation into her behavior has been, humiliatingly, conducted. Who knows which of these two accounts is the true one? I do not pretend to. Which is why it was surely in the interests of all concerned not only that it be investigated, but that the results of the investigation be made public so that those involved can get the chance to speak their truth. I think that's the phrase." He added, "Even in attempting to limit tension between the Sussexes and the palace has ended up, perhaps unintentionally, participating in exactly the sort of smear campaign they have been accused of. Bury the report, fine, it's on whom's dime after all. Bury the report and allow it to be leaked that you're burying the report? That leaves the reputation of the Duchess of Sussex at the mercy of speculation and innuendo. Letting it be known that it's being done to keep the Sussexes sweet makes things even worse. If the palace wishes to do right by its own staff and by Prince Harry and his wife, it must make the findings of its investigation public. A fearless truth-teller like the former Meghan Markle should welcome that. Here is the one document that will undo, as she sees it, a cruel lie spun by an establishment that hates her. She should make a public statement calling for it to be published in full so her good name can be vindicated."